Here are my top 10 postpartum hot topics.
Hot topic.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. I am Nanny Joanne, also known as Mommy Joanne. And for this week, it's all about postpartum healing and a couple things that they do not tell you about postpartum. Postpartum for me was a little bit scary as a first-time mom. I didn't know what to expect. So you've delivered your baby and now you have to do some postpartum healing. I'm going to be talking to you about a vaginal postpartum healing because I didn't have a cesarean, so I can't really speak too much on that. But when you have a vaginal birth, your vagina, when it's healing, it hurts, okay? It's sore. You just pushed out a human baby anywhere from like 4 to like 10 pounds, let's say. And, you know, it's stretched out significantly and there's some healing there. And especially if you tore, there's going to be a lot of healing that's going on. When you're first walking, you are literally walking like an old woman. There's so much pressure down there. It feels like you have like a bowling ball just sitting on top of your underwear. It's really, really unpleasant. And when you sit down to like go to the bathroom or to sit on a couch, you're literally like bracing yourself and slowly falling into the seat. Along with sitting down, you have to make sure that you clean yourself with one of those peri bottles down there because you don't want to have any infection. So as you're peeing, you're taking the peri bottle and you're spraying it. But of course, you don't want to spray yourself with cold water because that's just startling. So before you have to pee, you have to make sure that the water is warm. You have to wait. And sometimes if you really have to go, like that water noise can really make you like pee on your pants. But just hold on, make the water warm, and then spray yourself. And it'll feel good. It'll feel cooling. And that's basically how you're going to clean yourself because you're not supposed to wipe yourself. But, you know, as the days and weeks progress, you can take a piece of napkin and pat dry instead of just fanning yourself out down there. You're going to want to see, just because you're curious, I suppose, what it looks like down there, especially if you've tore. You know, as a first-time mom, it's like, oh, how does it look? I hope it looks like normal. I hope it's not like anything gory or scary. So I would see myself and I was like a little scared to, you know, put the mirror and, you know, see what there was to see. But, you know, you get over it and then you see like, oh, it looks pretty normal. There's a little bit of bleeding. There's some healing. I see what's going on down there, but nothing to be afraid of. Postpartum engorgement, the breast engorgement, that is real. So when you have a baby, you're transitioning from the colostrum milk to your actual milk that you are going to start producing. My breast went from like 0 to 100 in like 24 hours. One day I just woke up and I had really hard breasts. Like there was like no skin. It was like very taut. Like I felt like I had like, you know, implants. Like it was really hard and it really hurt. They were tender, they were sore. You know, I had to take a shower like this because even the water hitting my breast, it was not a good feeling. So I'd have to like have the water hit my back, you know, to soften things up. I'd have to like massage myself. I had a lot of engorgement, especially because like as a first-time mom, I wasn't sure if my daughter was latching on properly. She took a long time to latch on and I wasn't feeding her. So I had to like manually express and I wasn't sure how to do that. By the way, if you want a video on how to manually express, let me know in the comments below. And if you want a video on how I healed my engorgement, also please let me know in the comment section below. I think I have some tips for you guys that might be useful. So the engorgement was real and the pain was real because, you know, you now have a little person who is getting milk sucking on your nipples, and that's never happened before. So the constant suction, it's gonna cause some friction, and, you know, some women's nipples get really, really battered, if you will. But mine didn't get like that. I did have some nipple cream, used it like once or twice, but I didn't really need it. But fear not, the engorgement does go away within like 3 to 4 days max. And then you will have just regular big breasts for the beginning. Breastfeeding is natural. However, at the same time, it's not natural. It's both a learning curve for you and for baby. We have these bodies that can produce life and produce milk for our children, but it's a learning curve. You know, the positioning, the holding of the baby, the making sure they're latching on properly, that their lips are flanged. You know, there's some leakage that's going to occur. Your breast might change sizes. One might sit higher, one might sit lower. Your nipple, one might be more protruding, one might be more circular. You know, these are all normal changes. And will your body ever go back to normal? No, but there are certain sacrifices that we as parents now are going to be making, and this is just the beginning. I am really blessed because I have my parents who live with us, and I couldn't imagine postpartum healing without them. You know, my husband had to go to work. You know, my mom, thankfully, she helped me with the house. She helped me with the baby. She had meals prepped for me. She was very on top of it all because she went through this herself. So she knows what it's like to be a first-time mom with no help. But thankfully, she has came through with the hot meals, with the breakfast, with the maintaining of my house, with the trying to get me to get some extra sleep. She has just been a blessing in disguise. So if you can afford a doula that can help you out after you've had your baby, if you can have somebody come over a couple hours or at least to make you food, help you maintain your house, any little thing will be helpful because you do not want to be standing up for prolonged hours of time while you're healing, because the more work that you do, even if it's just standing up cooking, it's pressure and it's gonna take you a longer time to heal. So anytime that you can be sitting down as opposed to washing dishes, cleaning, sweeping, making a meal, folding laundry, like doing like going up and down, any little help you can get, take it and appreciate it and ask for help. Number one, we are not super moms here. I know I'm not a super mom. I need help and I'm not afraid to ask for help. Being a new mom can easily become overwhelming. You are fatigued, you're tired, you're sleepless, you're stressed out, you're anxious. Like you have just switched it. You have just turned your life upside down and you can fall into depression easily, especially if, like I said previously, you don't have any help. It is a new life. It is something that you cannot prepare for. There's been times where I was up at like 4 o'clock feeding, crying because I was so tired. I was running off of like 3-4 hours of sleep and I was getting like 9 hours of sleep before. So it's definitely a learning curve and you just need to be patient with yourself and your spouse and whomever else you have around with you. In this day and age, there's also a lot of pressure to snap back, to get back into the gym, to go back to work, to be able to fit those size 4 jeans, to be able to wear your little 2-piece bathing suits. Like, listen, I just delivered a healthy, beautiful baby. I am in no rush to get back to the gym. I am gonna let my body heal the way it's supposed to heal. I'm not rushing absolutely anything. I'm not about to sit on a Peloton bike with my hoo-ha all like tight on something. Like, no, I'm not gonna walk, not even a little bit. Like, when my body is ready to walk and do all these things, then I will do these things. There's no reason to be 3 months postpartum and being like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym now. Okay, I got some weight to lose. Like, take it easy with yourself, embrace the changes, embrace the change, and just be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself, with your family, and with your baby. And more importantly, be patient with your body. It needs time to heal. It just went through a 9-month-long change where things got stretched out, things were contracting, things got pushed out. You're not gonna snap back in 3 months. And if you do, great. But if not, don't worry about it. You have time. Enjoy the time to relax, put your feet up, and bond with your baby. All right, guys, this was my video on postpartum healing. I hope that this was useful. I'm sure that a lot of you guys can relate with this. If you have any questions at all about motherhood, postpartum, pre-birth, post-birth, whatever you want to call it, please let me know in the comments down below. And please don't forget to like and share this video. I will see you guys all next time with more nanny tips and tricks from yours truly, Nanny Joanne, aka Mommy Joanne. Bye now.